Hey everyone, Caitlin Peluffo here. We are in the beautiful Astoria, New York. We're going to be trying some authentic Croatian and Serbian food at Selo restaurant here on Broadway. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Let's go eat some food. Hello.
Hey Caitlin, welcome to Selo.
Thank you so much, Elvis. Great to be here.
Great to see you.
I'm so excited to try some food.
Yeah. Would you like to have a seat?
Oh, let's have a seat.
do it.
Huh? All right, Elvis, thank you for having us.
My pleasure.
This place is beautiful.
Thank you.
When did you guys open?
We opened in June of 2021, so during the pandemic.
Wow, brave.
Yeah, I was more of the wife's idea, but you know, happy wife, happy life, I guess.
I think that's a wise decision.
Right.
So you opened in June. How's it been? Has it been good?
I've had to say it's been good, considering we don't have anything to compare it to before pandemic numbers, after pandemic numbers, but the community has embraced us, and it's a new type of cuisine for New York City in general.
So where did you get the idea to start a Croatian and Serbian restaurant?
So I'm Croatian. My wife is Serbian. We're mortal enemies for years, so it works out great. In that, we also include the countries of Bosnia, Montenegro, Slovenia, etc., all former Yugoslavia. And I thought it was just great to give Americans a new food type besides the French, Italian, Greek, Mexican
Yes.
that they're accustomed to.
Yeah. Is there a reason you picked Astoria?
I grew up in Astoria. I was born in Croatia, but grew up in Astoria. It's a very ethnically diverse population in Astoria. Big Croatian, Serbian, former Yugoslavian community here as well. So we like to not just cater to the community, we also cater to Americans and everybody else. And that's why we picked Astoria.
Yeah. Astoria I feel like it's great for Serbian food and Croatian food.
Right.
And if you're having this kind of coffee, oh boy. Yeah, it kicked my pants.
There you go. Want to say hi? Valentina. Okay, what's your name?
Nicolina.
And you are my?
Daughters.
How many sisters you have?
2.
What are their names?
Valentina and Carolina.
And who's the oldest?
Valentina.
And you are the
Middle.
middle child?
Yes.
You want to say a joke to the camera?
Yes.
What joke?
Where do pencils go on vacation? Pennsylvania.
You like the restaurant?
Yes.
You like the food at the restaurant?
Yes.
Nice. Say bye.
Bye.
Come and you didn't want to come on
My
camera.
name's Valentina.
How old are you, Valentina?
I'm 8.
And do you want to work in the restaurant when you get older?
Yes.
When, next year?
Probably when I get 12.
12 years old? Okay, that's a good age. Are you going to be working in the kitchen or are you going to be working in the front?
Probably front.
In the front. Okay, cool. What's your favorite part of the restaurant?
My favorite part of the restaurant is the outside, because I like how like the windows are big and you could like see everything.
Beautiful. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
So I'll be honest, I have never had Croatian or Serbian food before. What can we expect?
So Croatian and Serbian food is a mix of both. It's really where West and East Europe meet, from the Ottoman Empire to the Roman Empire and all these dishes combined. So on the Croatian side, it's more Mediterranean type food like Greek or Italian. And on the Serbian side, it gets a little more exotic. So on the Croatian side, you'll see stuff like grilled octopus, calamari, stuff like that. On the Serbian side, you'll see dishes like stuffed peppers, which are an Austrian-Hungarian dish. Things like cevapcici, which is a Bosnian dish, which are small sausages. And so when you combine the two, you can have anyone come have dinner here, from keeping it safe with meat and potatoes to going something exotic that you've never seen or tried before.
This is a homemade cheese pie.
Now, I heard a little whisper that this is a family affair in terms of the restaurant. Who's in the kitchen?
Correct. So in the kitchen, it's my mother and my sister-in-law. My mother, we're from Istria, which is very Italian influence. She worked for Lidia Bastianic for many years, who's a
wow.
renowned chef. And my sister-in-law actually worked for Lidia as well later on in Lidia's life.
Jonathan.
Elvis, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to
Welcome
meet
to
you.
my restaurant.
Caitlin.
Caitlin, nice to
nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. Please come have a seat. Jonathan, thanks for joining us. I heard you're doing a lot of work for restaurants in the community. Can you tell us about what you're doing?
Sure. So, just before COVID started, we were in the process of starting the first mom and pop restaurant association in Queens. We have over 6,000 food businesses here, and really no representation on like the boots on the ground neighborhood level. COVID hit, everything fell apart, but what we did realize was needed was people were starting to talk about getting food to the hospitals, to the frontline workers. Restaurants were starting to shut down. So what we did was we put together a system. Basically, we begged for money online on social media. Donations poured in. We used the money to pay restaurants to prepare meals like they already do, deliver them down the street to the hospitals. And then pretty quickly, the hospitals were telling us, hey, we really love the food, but our people all make money. Why don't you start giving the food to the people who need it? Which we wanted to do anyway. So we quickly pivoted to feeding people at shelters and people who lost people during COVID and people who are out of work. We were feeding families during Eid, during Ramadan for the holidays. And we realized that the neighbors between the volunteering and the donating and the local restaurants, we could take care of ourselves. So we started building the network from Astoria all the way down to Far Rockaway. We ended up setting up food pantries with the USDA. At the height of it, in the summer of 2020, we were feeding 8,000 people every single week just with produce.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm smiling because the silver lining of COVID for me is that we worked with about 75 restaurants. Between our restaurants and food pantries, we think we made enough food, groceries, and produce to feed over 300,000 people. And all of the money just came from people donating and volunteering.
Wow.
So it's been a pretty amazing 2 years.
Yeah, I would say that's quite the silver lining
Yeah,
of
yeah.
COVID. Yeah. So what does the future hold for Queens Together?
Well, if everything works out, we're in the middle of going for some grants. And the idea is to take what we've done, but really build it out, because what we did, we created on the fly in an emergency. But if we had funding to do this as a full-on nonprofit, well, we want to expand the network of restaurants and the network of community organizations that we worked with, because it was those community groups that helped the restaurants get the food out. And then it was the community groups that helped us get information directly to the restaurants, door to door. So the next time there's an emergency, Queens will be in a really great place to help ourselves.
Perfect.
And that's the goal.
Yeah, that sounds, you could do it.
I could totally
I'd
do
give
it.
you a grant.
$10?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
If I had, here, you can have my watch.
I'll take that too.
I don't have $10, but I'll give you my heart.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, I'll take it. Thank you.
Get that.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I gotta say, all this food talk, I am famished. Are we hungry?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
I'm always hungry. Hello, beautiful wife. What do we have here?
We have monastery peppers. It's a red pepper stuffed with the cheese inside. Then we have a gnocchi. It's traditional Istrian meal with the shrimps. It's a bake and it's a cheese inside. Then we have kara Georgieva. This is traditional Serbian meal. It's a veal or pork schnitzel stuffed with the kaima. We have one of our most selling dishes. It's a burek. It's a dough stuffed with the cheese. It can be cheese or meat and a little bit yogurt on the side. Enjoy, guys.
This looks incredible. I'm so excited to eat whatever this pepper thing is. It's gonna be very good. Thank you for having us. Jonathan, thanks for coming.
Are you kidding? Look at this.
I
can't wait to dig in.
What a treat.
Yeah.
Let's do this, shall we?
Oh, it's great to have two Astoria nights come to an Astoria restaurant. So I hope to see you guys here more often, and I hope to see everyone else come by and try a Croatian and Serbian meal.
Do it. You know a meal's gonna be good because they have attention to detail. They literally put a bow on every single roll-up. This is gonna be good food.
I had nothing to do with that. That was all the wife.
I mean, great job. Cheers. I'm gonna say it for me one more time, Elvis.
Kata Georgieva Schnitzel, aka the K Schnitzel.
The K schnitzel, because that first one was woof.
That's a mouthful.
A Kaiserbohner schnitzel. Here we go. Oh my word. Oh yeah.
Well, that's 10,000 calories right there.
Oh, and worth every single one. Wonderful. Here we go. That's really good.
Oh,
That's really
crazy good.
light.
It's really what?
Light. It's hard to get a light gnocchi.
So right here we have the gurmanska dish. It's basically a beef patty stuffed with cheese called kajmak and bacon inside, and always served with potatoes and cabbage. This is a traditional Bosnian dish, also Croatian Serbian obviously, and it's a big seller here.